This time I'm running our SEO Optima report for the Flicka Foundation.org.uk, so the Donkey Sanctuary. And again, we're going to look at the SEO section, the socials section of the SEO report, so we can compare and contrast to the WWF.org.uk organisation. Now, this is a smaller charity, so I would expect a lot more things wrong. Sounds kind of bad and kind of judgmental, but I don't mean it that way. When they're a smaller charity, they don't have the resources to dedicate to this. And as you are probably learning through these courses and these sessions, that there's a lot that can go on, right? And I've done it for 20 odd years. So in my mind, it might seem easy, but with someone that's kind of new, they're trying to learn new skills for a charity, this isn't something that they're going to get their head around really quickly. So if you want to pay it forward, do some nice free work for charities, but also as well, it could help you get used to using these tools and seeing what areas of improvement and performance that you can then turn it into a job for other companies. This is my plug. Can you tell I do love giving everything forward in charities? I think you give what you put out, right? You give what you put out, you get back what you put out. That doesn't make sense, does it? Right. So they have a B- social score. Not too bad. Overall with them, these are definitely their performance. So I'd look at their hosting and the links, their backlinking strategy. So other partners that link to them. It's definitely areas of improvement I would focus first. But let's have a look at their socials. All the way down. Let's get there. Are we there yet? Nope. Right, socials. Now, this is a B-, and let's look at why. So they've got their Facebook connected, so they have Facebook social networking site linked to their website. So normally, a lot of the time, it's just a little icon graphic at the bottom. They have the Facebook graph tags. Now, this is your pre-formatted type. So you know when you might share on your social sites and you forward a tweet or an X, don't know if you'd call it an X now, not a tweet, or you forward like a Facebook post, it forwards the element that was in there initially, right? So you see the initial content of what the creator had. Now, if you were pressed a button with just Facebook Connect, this just takes it to their social site. If you press a forward, you probably want to use something like Facebook Open Graph tags to enable that default of the image you want to show, or video or other type of media. So it's good they've got it, okay? It doesn't tell you much, but these are the areas it has it on. This is the type that sometimes you might want to check specific pages to see what's happening on their socials. But I'm going to go through that, I think, in a different section. Mainly because your SEO report goes through your homepage and it does trawl multiple other pages, but you might want to run an SEO report on specific popular pages, especially if you're going to try and drive content to those pages, or drive visitors to those pages via new content, shall I say, or via partnership strategy where you're creating backlinks. And I say that because even though these reports are holistic, there are specific sections that might dive onto a specific page. Now, what I might do is I'll probably create another course on that, or another section of the course, or another video, shall I say, that just explains that. I know I can definitely show you for WWF, and I might see if I can do it with Flicka Foundation. I know there's a good example with WWF, so we'll probably do that. Again, I digress. So they don't have the Facebook pixel. That means they don't do that for Facebook ad retargeting. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it because I get so fed up of looking like I'm seeing ads of the different websites I've seen. My profile's so messed up that they don't know who I am. And a lot of marketers have to do it for research. I don't know. I question the value of these things. I have had to do them for very large organizations. I don't always think they're as sophisticated as they make out. And I don't like it that they're constantly giving me the same information again and again and again. And I also don't like it looks like it's tracking me. So I wouldn't think Facebook pixel ads retargeting necessarily helps with your SEO, but can help with your ad impressions, building an audience to better target your ads maybe, and for social awareness. But again, I'm slightly dubious about using it because I feel like sometimes we're a bit big brother and it can seem a bit like you are being Big Brother and watching people. And plus, Facebook owns the algorithm around that, so they can change it all the time. So you won't necessarily always get the best results. And I can sometimes find, God, I feel seem so anti now, don't I? I don't mean it that way. Facebook ads can work potentially if there was an event, because Facebook is very good with events and managing events and building a community there. So that could work for that. But just be mindful, it doesn't slow down your website if you're putting it on every page as well. Right. Okay, I digress. They've got their Twitter connected. They have their Twitter cards. And now the Twitter cards is, again, like the Facebook graph. It creates a pre-formatted tweet to send. It's like when you do your share, you're sharing the other person's tweet, so it's got the same format and the same content. This is what you're doing when you say share a post. You share it with this format and content. Now, in this case, they're not using it. So that means when they share an element via Twitter, there's not going to have the predefined content on there. Now, actually, they might not have pages that have that, so it might not make a difference, right? But I personally do it because it's a nice user experience. Otherwise, you're going to get a blank tweet or blank X. I'm not sure politically how we're supposed to name these things now, with nothing on it. So it could be anything. It's not really that helpful, and it's not really going to drive any social awareness to your website. Instagram, they're connected, which is good. LinkedIn, that's connected, which goes to your LinkedIn company page for this charity. Your YouTube's connected, it goes to their channel for this charity. And as you can see, it doesn't like the activity because it's low. They've only got 36 followers. And it's more follower base than view count, I believe. I would assume that over 1,000 is what they'd like, but I don't 100% know that algorithm number. And it's one of those that it can change all the time. And I find YouTube search quite a hard algorithm to crack, if I'm honest, because they update it quite frequently. And I don't know if this is skeptical, is that the right word? I do notice it's those that might pay for advertising seem to get better rankings. So, yeah, maybe it is very skeptical. God, I need to figure out my wording. All right, so that is for the social sections for the Flicka Foundation charity organisation. And we'll go through these other sections like local SEO and I believe the technical results, which is not that interesting, and a little bit on the child pages in our next video, so our next video for this course. So see you in a little bit. Oh, and again, we'll compare it with wwf.org.uk.